Hello everyone, how's everyone doing today? So as you can tell, I am not on my main account, I am on my alt account. And obviously, if you've seen the title of the video and thumbnail, I'm going to do a noob to pro. Well, I shouldn't say that. I'm going to walk you guys through what I did from getting where I was a noob to where I'm at now. So, without further ado, I may skip a few things, I may not. So, if you need any more clarification in this video, please let me know in the comments so I can help you guys out. So, without further ado, let's get started. So, obviously, what I did is I went through all these, starter quests. So, obviously, we have this guy here. So, take his quest, obviously, and then just basic bandit beater stuff, right? And then obviously just put stats where they need to be put, or however you want, if you will. So yeah, simple stuff. So just keep on repeating this if you want to. It's You really don't have to go through the quests like in order. You can go around and just grind different quests. Like, for example, I could do this one and I died, but okay, so let me put stats into here, get my defense. So it may take a little longer, I will say. So okay, so I already got that quest. So if I have my combat out and then just start scrapping with the boss, there we go. So it's not level required, like there's none of that, which could be good, I guess. But anyway, so after doing all these quests and stuff, there are hockey trainers. There is one on Snow Island, I believe, as well as the Dark Blade Seller, and then you can get artifacts as well, but I think you need to be you need a certain level requirement as well as money and gems. However, I would wait until you do get hockey first. So back here, you get the first part of hockey, which you get a quest to do, and then you'll unlock the hockey needed and stuff. I think you also have to pay a certain amount for that. And then, in order to get observation hockey, you get it from the desert island, and then you head over here, and then you just need to basically get the number of gems and money and get all that. So there is that. And then, so after I did all that, I basically AFK'd till I got it, maybe not to max, but a decent amount, I guess. And then I went to Shibuya Island. So I should say Shibuya Station, not Shibuya Island. That's on me, my bad. So obviously, as you can see here, there's Cursed Vessel, which is UG. So the melee that you get from this boss is actually pretty good for beginners, because if you do have the max level and max stats, you could go over to Slime Island, actually. Here we go. So Slime Island, actually maybe not Slime Island. I think it's Judgment Island is where I went. So Judgment Island has a pretty close together group of NPCs that you could basically AFK for however long you want. And then I'm pretty sure it's the C skill, either the Z or C skill. One of those does a pretty good amount of damage and has low cooldown and all that good stuff. But yeah, not too bad. Obviously, so this game is like, you need to AFK. That's basically what it is, which is fine. right, you can play other games or, you know, do whatever, homework, stuff like that. So I feel like that's nice. So just AFK these, and then you get a pretty decent amount of stuff. For example, you get spec passives, and then you'll get something called a passive shard, which once I go to my main account, I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. But yeah, so after I got to basically max level, I went and AFK'd for I went to Shibuya Station after I made it to max level, maxed out my stats and all that, and then I don't think I used the Dark Blade for AFKing. I used the Saber, the Saber Sword, the first Saber Sword, which is the first legendary that you do get. Now, technically, you don't have to stick with that because there is Griffin that you get from the Shanks. Or okay, well, it's the Griffin seller, whatever. But you get my point. So you can use this instead, which will probably do a lot more damage than the Saber did or does. So there's that, and then yeah, he has 3.7 million health, not that bad. He probably, I mean, he could one-shot you. It just depends. Obviously, Griffin, again, will probably do more damage and will help you a lot. So, highly recommend doing that. I mean, even so, I don't think you need... If you have Griffin, you don't really need Yuji. If you don't want to, I guess. So, this is what you need for Yuji, I believe. So, it's not that bad, in my opinion. I mean, yeah, and the rates aren't that bad as well, so there's that. So after you do all that, the basic thing that you would probably want to do is, after maybe a full night of AFKing, you should probably have a decent amount of gems. So I would recommend rolling your stats. So if I go to the teleport, here we go. So we have the stat reroll here, and all of these will change depending on what like grade you have. So for example, the max is Z, I believe, for all the stats. However, Z is pretty hard to get, so you're more than likely probably gonna get triple S, which is still pretty good. But yeah, so for luck, for example, triple S only gives you up to 10%. So it's not the greatest, but for the rest of these, it's actually pretty good. I don't think I have all triple S stats on my main account, but I will look at that later. So yeah, once you use most of your gems on this, if you do have some left over, I would recommend trait, or well, you should have trait rerolls. How much you may get could vary depending on if you have the Kitsune race and Monarch clan. But I think you should have a pretty decent amount, I'd say. So what I actually like to go for, or what well, yeah, I've been trying to get it, but I have the Celestial trait on my main account. But I do want to get the Emperor, because the Emperor does give me a more damage boost and has the same cooldown reduction as Celestial and Singularity, as well as Cataclysm. The HP doesn't matter to me all that much, because I don't really see it being much of a problem, in my opinion. So yeah, I recommend getting Emperor if possible. You will obviously have to get Infinity and Malevolent for Gojo and Sukuna. Fair warning. So yeah, for those are pretty simple. They will definitely buff your damage a lot, as well as your artifacts, which I don't have obviously on this account, but the artifacts do give you a massive buff. I haven't done boss rush much. I probably should, but I haven't done any of that. But yeah, I think it's pretty simple. I would recommend, if you first start out, go through the quests and then either AFK or just manually do it if you want to. Up to you. I didn't do that because I was bored out of my mind. But totally up to you. And then after your max level, go for Griffin, as I said before. And then you should hopefully have enough to get Griffin. If not, it's not that big of a deal because you can get the Dark Blade, which is also good. So yeah, it's 650k isn't all that much. Excuse me. As well as 650 gems isn't hard to get either. Especially when you're AFKing, it's a breeze. So getting Griffin won't take you long, honestly. So Griffin will be a good sword to use for AFKing, and would also be a good starter sword to get as well. So after you get Griffin and all that good stuff and your max level, I would probably say, I think, do what you want to do. I know it's recommended for like world bosses to like server hop. I didn't do that. I never did that. Especially for Yamato and, well, Virgil's sword, and the Gojo Sukuna. All those bosses, I did not server hop at all. I just AFK'd for my private server. Sure, maybe it's better to server hop, but it's like, it's a big waste of time to just server hop, bro. I'm gonna be pretty honest. So I would recommend, if you can one-shot the world boss, do it. Do it. And then wait till the timer, wait for it to respawn and then do it again. Basic AFKing, but it is what it is. So after you do all that, right, you go to the boss summoner. I would recommend, actually, if you have Griffin, I would assume Griffin is better than Ichigo. So maybe I would probably recommend King of Heroes, and in order to get Gilgamesh, you need to go over here, and then you need to, in order to craft, this is the wrong thing. Okay, so the Divine Grail, you need broken swords, which you can get from, I think, enemies that have or wield swords. So that's not hard to get either. So it's pretty easy. And it's, I still use Gilgamesh. So right by it is to get his F move, the Babylon Key. So you just need the Servant Race, 100 Broken Sword, and then 5 Golden Essence and 2 Phantasm Core. Not that hard to get, to be honest with you. So it is a very good melee for AFKing, for sure. Because I use it on Kokushibo. And he's the newest boss. So I use that for AFKing him. Super easy. Super easy. So yeah. And then after that, just grind whatever you want to grind, and then you should have everything that you need. So yeah, that is it for this video. Actually, it's not. Give me a second, I'll be back. Okay, so earlier I said that I was going to show you guys certain things for certain things. So the passive shards, I have 7,000 of. You go to the passive person, which I will show you guys. It's on Judgment Island. Where is it? Right here. Spec passive. So this is used for basically doing either extra damage or more luck. So for example, for my King of Heroes, I have the Fortune, which is good for AFKing, and then I don't believe I have anything for stuff that I don't use for AFKing. But essentially, you'd want 2 different builds, one for AFKing and then one for just raw damage, which I do have. So I will show you here in the settings that you can see that I have main DPS and then AFK, purely for AFK, obviously. So, and then I have this. Yeah. So it's pretty simple in my opinion. This game is not hard at all. And then let me show you the powers, which is literally just new, which is on the Lawless Island. So this gives you, okay, again, either more damage or more luck. I don't want Curse Band, to be honest, or Curse Brand. I don't really want. I want Colossus because it gives me more luck. So, to be honest, I like that more than Curse Brand, but that's just me. Do what you want. And then, okay, so power shards are a little more rare to get, but they're still good and easy to get. So as you can see, I have 252 of them, and then right here. So you use these to get powers, 0.2% as per usual. Not too hard to get. But yeah, I hope I explained everything well. If not, I apologize. Feel free to leave it in the comments down below if I did say something wrong or if I didn't explain something perfectly right. Let me know so I can clarify if need be. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.